I find films that I find interesting and that I think has a beautiful story. But there is a tendency that they turn out to be big challenges for me every time, and this was no exception. I did not work out for this film because the character was not anticipating to crash land on the Arctic. So whatever happens to him was a surprise, and so it should be for me. So we just met up there and we started working, and I got in real great shape within 2 days or something. And I lost so many kilos, it was crazy. The physical part was obviously tough, we can tell. It was straining all of us, and particularly the actors, because we were not wearing the same survival gear as the gang. But mentally also just being alone all the time and being so fatigued made your emotions be right under the skin. You were just about to break every day, and so it was an interesting learning curve. I read the script and I loved it, really loved it. And I thought it was radical and stopping in a way that you rarely see. Then I called him, we talked for an hour, and I loved him. And I was like, let's do it. But that could have been the same if it was his 10th film or his 20th film. It didn't matter to me. But there is a certain eagerness and no compromise when you're a young filmmaker. And I guess maybe I've fallen in love with that a lot. Pleasure is always the same. The work and the idea is different. The frames are different, right? With different goals, with different films. But you will have to be an equally ambitious and equally hungry and equally radical with every genre you do. But you just have to understand the frames of it. If you do that, then you will become happy everywhere. No, I don't see too much change. It will change eventually. One might say that, this is a midlife crisis thing, because I keep doing things right now that are so crazy and so physical that I should have done when I was 25, right? But it's just a coincidence they come my way now, and it will change eventually. I think for a man, it's fortunately easier than it is for a woman, because it seems as if there will be a career for older actors as well, whereas the women have a hard time with that, and which is completely crazy and unfair. But I think times are changing, and we will use the enormous talents that middle-aged women and elder women have as actors as well. I don't think about the future. It will come. If it is, we have to embrace it. If it's not, we have to embrace it. It's here to stay. There is a brevity, there is a hunger. Television is very brave these days, and I think that as we've always done, we have to learn from each other. We learn it from theater to film to TV, and it's a changing process these days. And I understand that we are a little afraid of certain things, but I think we have to embrace each other and find a way to work, because in the end of the day, we want to do the same. We want to tell great stories. I think my own style is quite casual. I mean, today I love this. This is Belstaff, and I fell in love with that brand some years ago. That and casual sportswear, and then when there's a red carpet, throw on a suit so you can get the difference.